Well, hello there, Pipe Pals. How you doing? It's your old Holy Smokin' Pipe Padre coming back at you after a month's hiatus. Pardon me while I drink a little of my tobacco soup. You see a little bit of this soup here. There's my tobacco soup I've been drinking. Yep. And if you'd like the recipe, I'd be glad to give it to you. Well, it's been quite a while, and there's just a lot of things that I want to share with you. It's been almost a month now. Actually, it's been probably a little over a month since I put up a video. Tonight I'm smoking in honor of the winners of the Dunhill 500 contest, my Dunhill church warden, and in it I'm smoking some Boswell's Christmas cookie. Yum. I will tell you, it's been a while since I've actually enjoyed a pipe. That's not to say that I haven't smoked a pipe, it's just that today, right now, I'm just being able to really relax and unwind and enjoy a cup of tobacco soup, and a pipe, and talk to some of my dear friends. Well, you know, it's been a while, and again, one of the reasons why, again, first of all, let me just say congratulations to all of the winners on the Dunhill 500 contest. If you're watching this video, please, again, I'm just going to remind you to PM me so that way we can get those prizes out to you, okay? And one of the reasons why I didn't respond with a second or third video like I normally do is I just didn't want to cause any confusion at all, because I was afraid that if I put up another video or two, people would respond to the most recent video thinking that they were entered into the Dunhill contest. See what I'm saying? And then somebody they wouldn't be in the running for the prizes. Okay, they wouldn't be in the running for the contest and so I didn't want them to be confused. So that's why I just decided not to make any more videos until after the contest. Boy, this Christmas cookie is absolutely delightful. Wow. So I just wanted to again thank everyone for entering the contest. I want to thank people for some of their creative comments. Brouhaha88, I think, was the Mr. Haiku comment guy, which I thought was always very interesting. Many of you would kind of check in maybe once a week and leave a string of comments, which is exactly what I wanted. I know a few of you felt a little guilty about that. I had a couple of people saying, "Gosh, I hope this is okay. I feel kind of like I'm," and I'll tell you, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. I want to, and I hope Matches 860 doesn't take this the wrong way. But one of his stories, he gave me the idea of basically setting up a very simple contest. I didn't have to pick any numbers other than, well, initially I did. But he talked about one of his story videos, about a month or so ago, about a fishing derby. And I remember, the fish are already pre-numbered. That numbered fish is going to get a prize. And I thought, well, that would be real simple. I would just say, call it the Dunhill 500 contest. And the reason why it was called the Dunhill 500 contest was for two reasons. And I think most people figured it out. One was the pipe value was over $500. Okay, ta-da. Okay, and then the other thing was I wanted to see if I could get 500 comments, and a couple of people said, "Well, I don't think you're going to get 500 comments. That's kind of a lot to expect." And I said, "Well, we'll see." And then I had my best friend. I said, "Pick a number. Pick three numbers between 1 and 500," and he's the one who picked the numbers. I didn't even pick the numbers, so I wrote them all down. And I think it was Friday afternoon. I kept waiting. I mean, for almost 5-6 hours, it was right there where the magic number was. And I'm going, well, I'm getting pretty close, but maybe no one's going to, be the magic winner. And what am I going to do if I don't have a winner? But one person just happened to stumble along, and God bless them, they won the pipe, and I'm very happy for them. So anyway, so that's what's been going on with yours truly. Also, I won't be able to show you that because I had to unplug the little camera I was using. I guess it doesn't work anymore. Oh, hell's bells. Well, what I'll probably do is I'll just take a picture and just kind of show it to you. Let's get a nice long church warden pipe cleaner here. Get a little bit of a gurgle in that pipe. Don't like that too much. But I'm making this video on my brand new iMac, which I got, oh gosh, about 2-3 weeks ago, for the express purpose of doing videos. I've been having some problems with my Mighty Mac in the background. And so it's having some problems. I think I know why. My iTunes library is radically taking over the hard drive, and so the hard drive space is very limited now. So when I try to process videos, I don't have much free space now. So I'm going to have to wait till a 5 or 6 terabyte hard drive comes out. But anyway, that being said, so I got this new iMac I'm sitting right here in front of, and I'll try and put a little picture, you know, maybe right here, right over there, you know. And you can see the little new iMac, which I really love. It's a really great little machine. And I'll compare and contrast it with my original iMac, which is on the other side, which was the very first one I got like 6.5 years ago. We're a very good friend, and if he's watching, you know who you are, and thanks. You're a great guy. So anyway. Oh, and by the way, remember we talked about smoking jackets not too long ago? Well, guess what? Old Padre went out to the Historical Emporium, and they have smoking jackets. They're not that expensive. This looks a little more like a sports coat. There's a couple of other places that sell smoking jackets, which are a little bit more expensive. But the bottom line is just that something to keep from, you know, burning holes in my shirt. In fact, this is a brand new shirt, and you know what? I actually burned a hole in it probably the first couple days I had it on, because and I said, that's it. I'm definitely going to get a smoking jacket. So here we go, folks. Old Father Francis's smoking jacket. I'll see if we can give you a little view of this thing here. Okay. Well, that leads me probably to the next comment that I want, or topic, I should say, I want to talk about. And that is, I've been on a diet now. Talked a little bit about this before. And it's been July 13th. It'll be 5 months. Now, for yours truly, that's a significant amount of time. Only because normally when I've lost an awful lot of weight and it's usually about after 3 months that I say, that's it, I'm done. Okay, we're done here. Okay, and usually I'll reach the goal that I'm setting out, or I'm feeling fairly confident and kind of happy with my results, and maybe I'll stop a little short, and then all of a sudden I just start, you know, eating like I normally used to do. Well, the last 5 months, I've been doing what's called the fast diet, the new fast diet, the English diet, where you fast 2 days a week, and it's 600 calories or less. And I've been doing that. Now, this 1st of June, however, I went back to, in addition to the 2 days a week or 3 days a week that I do, I have incorporated. I went back to the juicing. Ergo, the tobacco juice. Gotta get my nicotine in there somewhere. Actually, folks, I'll be honest with you, that's not tobacco soup or tobacco broth. It kind of looks like it, though. It definitely looks like it. Actually, that's just a vegetable broth, a vegetable. What I started doing towards the end, in fact, tonight is my the night I broke my fast. This is what I had for dinner tonight. If you can see that little slide there, that's what I had for dinner tonight, folks. But there's something different that's going on here, and I want to kind of celebrate that. Is that sometimes I know in my own mind I get in a mindset saying, well, I'm going to do this for this amount of time, and then when I'm done with that, then I'm done with it. And I guess even tonight, this is a very significant thing because I've done the juice fast before. I did it almost 60 days the first time 2 years ago, and I lost about almost 30 pounds. This time I only did 30 days, and I lost about 21 pounds. But I've come down from, when I started my fasting diet, I started off at 265. Padre was a chubby Padre there, you know, old Friar Tuck. Looked like I was inside my second trimester there. But I've come down to about 210, and my big goal is to get under 200, which I'm really close to, and then move closer to my ideal weight. And that's going to take some time. But again, one of the things that needs to be said in any kind of a weight loss, not so much a weight loss, but a lifestyle change to weight loss, is it's going to take time. It's just going to take time. And there's no quick fixes, and there's no 2 or 3 week diet that's going to make you look like you got six-pack abs. You know, unless you got only 5 pounds to lose, maybe that's realistic. But even then, I think that's kind of even for some people like that. But the reality is that instead of quitting, you know, like, okay, I did 30 days of juice fasting and now I'm done with that. Well, what I've tried to do is instead of just trying to do something, and sometimes it was kind of like, oh, here we go again, I had to get creative. I said, you know, if I enjoy doing this, then it's not going to be a big deal. So, you know, sometimes I would juice, a nice juice. Now, I have to be careful. Everybody's different, and I've been watching a lot of videos on diet and weight loss, and there are different people in the world that try and different diets that work for them. They have phenomenal results, and that's great. I've been kind of watching this, I guess it's the raw vegan diet, the raw vegetable diet, or the 80-10-10 diet, folks. And although it really looks attractive and the results look amazing, I can't do fruit like that. You know, for me and my metabolism, and this is just me. Now, maybe for some people, it works. Obviously, it does. But sugar and me just don't get along. Me and sugar. Oh, I love sugar. Don't get me wrong. I love sugar, but sugar does not love me. In fact, today on Sundays I would have more fruit juices than I normally would. Most of the week I would just have vegetable juice, and then the last 10 days, I started saying, well, wait a minute, why do I have to always drink it cold? Why don't I just put it in a pot and heat it up and make a soup out of it? You know, I don't add anything. It's just the juice that came out of the juicer, so there's no particulate matter. It's just the juice, but it's just heated up now, and now it's kind of a broth, and it's very tasty that way. In fact, this is actually, it has a natural cumin flavor, which, by the way, I want to say something. I was going to say something a couple of weeks ago or a month ago. I discovered a spice that's very similar to tobacco flavor, like an English tobacco flavor. It's called smoked paprika. Smoked paprika. And it's very reminiscent of a pungent English tobacco. But it's very tasty if you like that kind of flavor. Well, this also has a very pungent kind of a natural cumin-like flavor. And I kind of bolster it by putting in a little tablespoon of cumin and mixing it all up, and oh, it's good. It is actually very tasty. So in the evenings, I just enjoy drinking that, and then a little bit of protein. But so the thing is, why quit doing juicing? You know, like last 2 years ago when I did it, I came to the end and I said, party, you know, it's time to go back and eat real food again. Well, maybe what needs to be done is incorporate a little bit of this, maybe on a daily basis, you know. I didn't have any problems, really. once I kind of discovered some recipes that I liked to make juice, and it wasn't like, this gag is this green stuff, I gotta chug it down. But I started saying, wait a minute, now I like to cook. Why not think about making a juice the way you would say, a pot of real soup, or a pot of stew, or maybe an omelet or something. You go, okay, there are certain flavors that you want to enjoy, so why not do that? And sure enough, like I said, about 20 days into it, I was doing, mostly just the juice with a little bit of lemon, which was okay, and some hot peppers. But then all of a sudden I kind of got this idea, I had a friend who made a wonderful pasta sauce. And I said, well, I remember actually them teaching me how to make that. And all we did was we basically stewed the vegetables, and then we kind of pureed it. And then, that's a thick version of a juice. But I said I could take the same vegetable combinations and make a really flavorful juice/soup that I could enjoy. And sure enough, Bob, voila, Bob's your uncle. There it was, this wonderful, beautiful juice that is now a soup, and it's very, very satisfying and very nutritious, I'm sure. Now, I'm sure that some people would say, well, but you're cooking all the nutrients out of it, you're heating it up. And there's a lot of truth to that. So it's not maybe as potent micronutrient-wise as it once coming right out of the juicer, but at least it's still a very healthful drink. And I don't add salt. I realized that getting rid of salt and sugar, and now you might say, but you were drinking fruit juice. Well, once a week, maybe twice a week at the most. And I'll tell you, today I had a really bad reaction. I've been watching this 80-10-10 and this fruitarian peoples, and God love them. They're wonderful and they're beautiful people. But I could not do that diet. I know I couldn't. And today I had I did a carrot orange juice, and that's very tasty. Let me tell you. And you put some, you can put apples in there as well as the carrots with the oranges, and maybe some grapes. You can even throw in a few, melon balls in there just to really sweeten it up. And oh, it's like candy. It's just like candy. You don't have to add sugar, folks. This thing is just potent. But man, for 2 hours I was like a Saturn V. But then I came crashing down. I already got, actually not just crashing down, I got fatigued and actually sick. So to try to do a strictly fruit diet for me, I just don't think I could do that. But there are a lot of people that do it and do it successfully, and I say God bless them. So anyway, well, I just want to say hello to Gary Portier. Hello, my friend. Always a pleasure to see Gary and get cards from him and hear comments from him. I hope he's be able to enjoy a pipe. We live in a society now, I'm sad to say, that it's pretty hostile to people that maybe have ideas or beliefs that if you're not within the popular politically correct view, instead of allowing people to say, okay, I agree, but I disrespectfully disagree with your position, okay? And I would notice that on some of the dieting videos. Some of the people, and I'm not going to mention which groups because then that means I'm being kind of snarky by doing that, but I've noticed that some groups, if you don't subscribe to their program or you criticize their program, they can get very, very vicious. And I saw one person saying, well, this diet, I'm sad to say, didn't work for me, or I'm no longer doing it. And the attacks on this poor person. Everybody is different. And again, there are some people that respond you know, they just have a different metabolism. They're born with that. And maybe they process certain nutrients, you know, that I can't process. I know. For example, I love peanut butter. I love nut butter. Man, when I eat that stuff, it tastes good going down, but man, it's like a brick. I mean, it makes me sick. I mean, I hate to say it. I even thought about trying your own homemade, just organic peanuts in your Cuisinart food processor. You can make your own peanut butter, or you know, you can't make some of it. I don't know about the almonds. That might be, I don't know. Maybe you have to put a little oil in there. I don't know. But the bottom line is, you can make peanut butter at home in a food processor. At least most of them you can, and it's great. But even that still gives me indigestion. Oh, that's good. So anyway, so what I guess I'm learning is that why not incorporate all of the good things, you know, whether it's, you know, juicing still, you know, there's nothing that says that it came to the end of 30 days, I don't juice anymore. Yeah, you can still juice. You know, you're just not doing it exclusively. You're not being extreme about it. Somehow we loved extremes. And if you're not doing something 100%, then people kind of look at you like, well, you're only dabbling in it. You're just a dilettante, you know. And you know, human metabolism is a very complex thing. I don't pretend to understand. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a physician. But I do know that what things work in my own system, and what things that don't work. And I think the more I like this English diet is that it gives you an opportunity to kind of mix and match things that kind of work for you. But it gives your body a couple of days rest to process things. Now, one of the things I did learn in this last 30 days is that, surprisingly, I don't need a lot of food like I used to. I mean, when you're growing up, you can just, you know, eat a whole side of a beef and you'll still be hungry 3 hours later. But I'm surprised at how little I actually ate physical food. You know, I had the juice, and then on other days I would have, again, it was all 99% juice, but if a little grape or strawberry found its way, you know, popped out of the juicer, I'd nibble it and eat it, you know. So the bottom line was that, but I was surprised that, you know, I go, well, you know, I mean, I get hunger pangs from time to time, but not that bad. And with the juice, with the fast diet, you kind of learn that it's okay to be a little hungry. It's not going to kill you. So I think that instead of looking at, oh, well, my juice fast is all done, and now I can go eat something like, you know, like I had over here, yeah, you know. But if you look at that, if you look at this right over here, what I had tonight for my breaking my fast diet. There was a big piece of beef there, sure, you betcha, and it was yummy. But I had alongside of it, instead of a baked potato or some other kind of starchy thing, I had grilled mushrooms and little grilled cherry tomatoes. That's delicious that way. If you never grilled your little cherry tomatoes like that, I'm telling you what, the flavor just gets so intense and it's delicious. And then I had salad. So that was it. And a glass of lime water. And yes, I've been walking every day. So I'm reasonably confident that I'm going to meet my first major goal in the next 10 pounds and move towards my ideal weight. Because I'm not really stopping something, I'm incorporating things that work for me. So, and it takes time to learn. I mean, I've struggled with my weight for the last 30 years, or I'd say 25 years since I've been since the seminary. So, yeah, it's been about 25, 26 years. So it's been up and down, up and down. But again, just finding things that work for you. And they also talk about, interestingly enough, that stress also contributes to weight gain. So if you're not relaxing, hint, hint, hint. That's why I think pipe smoking is a wonderful way to relax. A little bit of classical music. So anyway, well, listen, I think I've kind of exhausted everything I already wanted to share with you. Thanks again for your many of you wrote some very kind comments that you like the videos. You missed seeing my old ugly mug there. But I'm back, and I'll be back with some more videos and more fireside chats or pipe side chats or whatever. So again, this is Holy Smoking Holy Smoking Pipe Padre saying, light up your world, light up your pipe, and enjoy. See ya.